Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome to Batman the Brave and the Bold, where now we have Hawkman on the roof of this building. This rooftop is getting very crowded, of people just kind of looming over the city. The gentleman ghost seems to be an issue. I don't know who that is, other than they're a ghost, and they are a gentleman. And they blame Batman for their death based on time travel. But let us play as Hawkman.
You ready,
Hawkman.
Batman?
Yes, Hawkman, not Hawkeye. That's a different universe. Which way was I going? Last time I was Plastic Man, but before that, Aquaman. So let us switch over to the Green Arrow.
Here, felons.
Interesting to note that the boss fights are very specifically kind of developed to avoid the complication of summons. Like, you don't get to choose a summon before a boss fight because largely you don't punch enough guys to get the summon, and the summon would probably break the direction of the boss
Somebody
fight.
hit the lights. I'm likely to fly into a wall down here.
It's the London Underground, one of England's transit systems. The station has been under construction for the past few months.
Guess we won't be catching a train then. Any idea why he'd lead us down here?
Instead, we're going to be
We'll find out.
clobbering bad guys with a train of palm punches, I guess. I wonder why, he doesn't really have an end to his combo. Or he does have an end, but for some reason I just keep repeatedly palm punching. It's easy to just get caught up in the repetitious act of palm punching than it is to actually finish his combo. Oh, you son of a... Vengeance is mine. Ah, nope. I accidentally slid towards the bad guy. That was not necessarily part of my plan, but I did do it on accident. Nope. Trying to... Yes, Batman, thank you. Nope. Get out of the way of the steam. There we go.
It's classic because it works.
It's a bomb. Okay, it's probably due to the side attack, the tackle move. That's what's causing the repetitive palm punches. If I just pressed A a whole bunch of times, that would not create palm punches because I'm pressing towards the enemy and attack.
Stop right there.
Nope, no machine gunning me. Luckily, the enemies aren't smart enough to actually follow me up into the air for additional clobbering time. That would be no good.
This should help.
It should help. At the very least, the bombs are nice and old-timey. Do I have an attack that would, that would take them out at range? Like, Hawkman doesn't seem to have any
Pretty messy for construction.
These
any
cars
long-range
have ripped up
attacks.
The tracks, and the tracks appear to be mangled and torn.
I'm guessing this is the work of your ghost friend?
Most likely. Be ready to fly in case anything comes our way.
His wings are always ready, my boy.
Am I ready? Excellent. Nope.
Oh boy, this takes me.
Damn it. Okay. Let us bring in the Green Arrow. Yes.
Gotcha! Perfect shot as usual. See ya, bats.
Help clear up the screen. Are those stalactites that are gonna fall on me? Yes, they are. Ah, wrong direction. Ah. Ah, and some help. Ah. Excellent. I appreciate the fact that the stalactites are nice enough to also hit enemies. There are too many games in which, like, background objects will hit you, but, like, background objects or traps, should I say, to be more specific, will be dangerous to you, but not dangerous to the enemies you fight. Why is
You
the...
were one of the reasons I decided to become a crime fighter.
Really?
Your work with the Justice Society inspired me as a kid.
Well, thanks.
What was it like fighting crime back in the Golden Age?
It was simpler back then. I miss the old villains, that's for sure. The ones you got these days, they're too crazy for me. They just as soon blow up an entire city as rob a bank.
But you're still out there, fighting crime with the rest of the Justice Society. You're still teaching the rest of us newcomers how it's done.
Darn straight I am. Now come on, let's not keep Mr. Monocle waiting.
Isn't that the basic gist of, like, at least some aspect of Watchmen? The entire idea of, like, there was this classic idea as to what superheroes and supervillains meant, and then what it became had been, like, disfigured by politics over time. Like, at the very least, one of the Watchmen's subplots. Oh. Sorry, bats. Ah. Thank you, Batman.
That was a cheap shot.
It was. Nope. That's fine. Let's just move on without whatever was in there. All right, let's see if we can deal with these thugs. Yeah.
Time to take out the trash.
Time to teach you hooligans a lesson.
Did I hit anybody? I hit absolutely nobody. All right, Green Arrow,
Then I'll knock 'em down.
your services
Easy.
are
Perfect shot as
required.
usual. See ya, bats.
All right.
Getting tired, Craddock?
Hardly, Batman. I just wanted to pop by and deliver both of you a present.
And what present would that be, Deadhead?
I'll give you a hint. It has 8 wheels, 40 seats, and is about to grind you both into mush.
I thought you said the cars down here weren't running.
They're not. These cars are being manipulated by Gentleman Ghost.
That explains the spooky green glow. So it's safe to stand up then.
Not if you want to keep your head. Just because Craddock's controlling them doesn't mean they can't hurt us.
Glad that's sorted.
Let's keep moving. Be ready to dodge anything you hear rumbling or see lights.
All right. So avoid the ghost trains. while also fighting bad guys who are much better at blocking attacks than I am. Yep, wrong direction. It looks like no more trains are coming at me. I wonder if the trains are less about...
Boy, this takes me back.
Are less in regards to like a amount of time has to pass, and more about like there's a set amount of trains that... Oh, wrong direction. That charge at you. And that's that. Excuse me. Just need some health and some cash.
This gets me going.
Health and cash do keep a person going, really. More than you'd think, less than you'd want. Ah, okay. He's dealt with. Ah, it's the ghost train. Nah, he got me. Luckily, it doesn't seem as though... Yeah, that's it. That really kind of downgrades the danger of the train. Considering the fact that there are no new train... Oh, you son of a... Past a certain point. You jerk. Using your high ground advantage. Ah, it's the gentleman ghost.
I'm surprised you two have kept up, though I'm afraid this is the end of the line. See you on the other side, Batman.
Not the most creative trap, was it?
Quick, help me find a way out.
This ground underneath us feels pretty weak.
You're right. We should be able to break through. Start attacking the ground.
If this fella's as sneaky as you say, should we really be following him deeper?
It's our only choice at the moment.
I mean, we could just go out the way we came. Like, how do you lock up a ghost? Does the gentleman ghost get locked up at Arkham with the rest of the criminals?
What a hoot!
Alright, let's carry on.
Let's show these punks how it's done.
Fight some more ghosts. Let us bring along the Flash, as he is next in our rotation.
Flash.
Let's see, who are the rest of the people you can summon? I would imagine Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, would be one of them. I only know who Guy Gardner is because of the Death of Superman comic book, because that is just required reading for comics. Partially to see what the sensation that it was, and also partially to see the fact that, like, even the sensational get reversed. They killed off Superman and just to bring him back, like, a few issues later. So I suppose it's...
You two are nothing if not persistent.
Sorry we missed your train, Guy. We'll have to catch the next one.
Like, I already gave criticism,
This sure doesn't look like a
to-
subway anymore.
It's an old mine shaft. The London Underground must have been built on top of it. From what I can tell, it's at least 300 years old.
Well, let's mine for some bad guys then.
Well, luckily there are plenty of bad guys to go around. So yeah, Justice League was something I criticized because, like, they kill off Superman at the end of Batman v Robin. Not Batman v Superman. Wow.
I'll make this fast. Give me a call, and I'll be there in a flash.
And he just comes right back in the next movie. Which, like, I criticize for just going with that so quickly, but then again, like, the comics themselves weren't even really worried about keeping Superman's death going on for a long time. So why would the movies treat that any differently?
These support beams are rotted through. Careful where you step.
Sure thing, kid.
We're still not that far down. Maybe it would be better if you flew back to the surface to call for backup.
You're a lot younger than me, Batman, but you've been doing this for a while. You know what it means to be a hero, right?
Yes.
Then you know I could never leave a partner behind. Now come on, you're slowing us down. We gotta catch this guy while we can still see him.
Actually,
And
he glows in the dark.
Well, that'll be useful, won't it?
And thank you, Batman, for just getting repeatedly blown up and hit by stalactites. Ah, hello. Ah, there we go. Was I just like one hit away from destroying that door? Probably. That's okay.
Ah, come on! You call that a punch? Let me show you how it's done.
Huh. This must have a low ceiling. Oh, there are a lot of bad guys. All right. Might as well just hit him with the super.
If you're smart, you'll stay down.
Ah. Oh, hello. Hold on. Is this the end of the line? Or is this all a side path? That was all just a side path to nothing. Okay.
You really must be careful, Batman. This entire place is falling to pieces, much like your companion there.
The only thing falling to pieces is my patience for you, Ghost.
Why is the ghost, like the human part of the ghost,
Don't let him get to you,
invisible, but
kid.
only the
That's just what these
clothes are
villains
visible?
want. A real hero learns to dodge the insults along with the punches.
You're right.
Now let's find another way out of here. My wings are getting dusty.
All right.
Well, this sure is nice. I'm glad to see not everything down here is broken.
These elevators work on a system of weights and pulleys, so they don't require electricity. Still, be prepared to jump in case the entire thing comes down.
You worry about yourself, son. I'm the one with the wings, remember?
Especially since, like, there is just explosives everywhere, and we are planting more explosives on top of the explosives that are already here. I do appreciate that the backgrounds themselves for these levels are generally very active, but I feel like there's so much going in the foregrounds that it's very easy to stop paying attention to whatever roller coaster minecart extravaganza is going on. Oh, all right. More side paths. To money.
Watch the ribs, son.
No, Batman, save yourself. Oh, jeez. The sheer barbarity of it all. He was so young, so dapper. All right, what's this way? Nothing. Or at least nothing I can access from this angle. So maybe I was able to find another path in that direction if I had found that, like, some other secret.
We did it, kid.
Yeah.
What a hoot.
Let us carry on as
You ready,
Hawkman.
Batman?
Let's see, we did the Flash last time. We're gonna skip over Plastic Man in the rotation because he was new. Now, I suppose I didn't give Blue Beetle the same attention that I'm giving Hawkman. I don't know, I just found Blue Beetle to be a little bit on the sillier side, and I suppose I didn't actually play as Robin either. Sorry, Robin. Nope. I forget about the fact that I upgraded the explosives to do that. I spent the money to upgrade the explosives to create a cluster of bombs.
There are always consequences to leading the life of crime.
And then I didn't play as Batman, who is the only character who can use the explosives. That's okay. Like, maybe in the next area, the next episode, I'll decide I don't want to play as the sidekick.
See? That's why crime doesn't pay.
Excellent. But I mean, come on, this is a winged guy with a mace. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, might as well just make some quicker work of these guys.
See? That's why crime doesn't pay.
Because you get hit by that mace. Oh yeah. Let's throw you across the room. Electrocharge this. Ah, so the palm attacks, they don't seem as though they benefit from the electric charge. Only the mace attacks, which is sensible. Oh, hello. Yeah, I've got to say, like, I could spend the time fighting enemies, clobbering bad guys, collecting coins. Ooh. But I feel as though just charging through explosives is much more fun. And also technically a little bit safer, because these things tend to blow up long after I'm gone.
Well, at least we can see a little better now. My eyes were starting to bug me.
This area must be even less stable than I thought if lava is leaking up through the ground. We should turn around and find another route.
And let old Spooky get away? Come on, these rocks look sturdy to me. It's time to act like a hero, kid.
Now, this would definitely be a pain in the butt if you're playing it two-player,
Another
and then
dead end,
one
huh?
person had to follow you while
Maybe
you're
that
just
gentleman ghost fella could
blazing a
lend us
trail.
map of this place.
Oh, but that would spoil all the fun, wouldn't it?
This isn't fun, Craddock. It's dangerous down here.
Oh, I don't know, Batman. Your friend seems to be enjoying himself.
Loving it, Ghost. Why don't you hover a little closer? I'd like to introduce you to my spiked friend here.
Oh, perhaps later. Right now, you two should worry about running.
Running?
Hurry! Back the way we came!
Really? All right. Ah. All right. Electric Justice.
Me. I lit you guys up like a Christmas tree. See ya.
Alright, let's see if this helps level the playing field a little bit. I think he has a little bit longer reach than Batman does with his powered-up attack. Like, he has a little bit more screen clearing capability. Huh. The other side of where the gentleman ghost
Unless
was.
you've got your own pair of wings under there, it looks like we're stuck.
I should be able to break those stalactites off the ceiling using my batarangs. They might create a path to jump across.
Or I can just
Hey,
jump kick him.
That's using your noggin. Give it a shot.
Because the AI does not want to seem to do that. There we go. Oh. Almost exploded. That's fine. Ah. Oh, but thank you everybody for just lining up in front of each other.
This should be a hoot. Just like one of those fancy metal roller coasters they've got nowadays. Ever been on one of those?
Have you been on any of those
Stop.
newfangled
Gentlemen, ghost.
adventure
We should check this
rides?
card out before using it. We need to make sure it's safe.
And let the bad guy get away? Come on, son. Where are your guts? We're superheroes.
We don't have
Some
time
box on
for
wheels isn't
code,
gonna do us in. We've got to
safety.
keep moving, so hop on in.
This is... We only got time for a classic Donkey Kong Country Mario Kart. Actually, based on the animation of the cart, I'm pretty sure there isn't going to be... Oh man,
next fall.
minecart level. Which is okay by me, because those levels can be very tricky.
We did it, kid. What a hoot.
Alright, let's carry on. Again as Hawkman.
You ready, Batman?
Next
Cover
is
those ears, boys.
Black
Things
Canary.
are about to get loud.
And let's see what even lower, deeper fate we can escape from. There are
This place
lampposts?
seems a little better. Sturdier, anyway. What do they call it?
Judging by the architecture, it appears to be a preserved section of old London from the 13th to 14th century.
Suddenly I don't feel so old anymore.
I've heard rumors of sites like this, covered up in landslides and forgotten while the rest of London continues
Okay.
above.
While you're enjoying the architecture, keep in mind there's a maniac down here that wants us both dead.
You're right. Let's keep moving. We need to find a way out of here.
Again, much like a lot of this game, bonkers. But I like it. I dig it. It makes like these make, even though the actions are relatively repetitive. At the very least, there's a lot of variety in setting.
Ah, with the wings and everything?
Plastic ones from the store.
And I suppose the repetitivity is helped by selecting different heroes.
Imaginary crimes, in between asking for candy.
And now you're doing it for real. I bet your parents are really proud of you.
I'd like to think they are.
Apparently old London isn't as empty as we thought.
Gentleman Ghost.
Yeah,
is
it's
waiting
filled
with
with
warriors
flying
to capture
skeletons.
him in order to put them back to rest.
Those swords they're carrying look pretty real.
They are, and weapons like those were built to last. So watch yourself.
I come pretty well equipped myself, remember?
Yeah. Actually, there we go.
These warriors haven't fought anyone in over 600 years. Apologies if they're a tad rusty.
Like their
Cruel to
swords.
reanimate the dead like this, Gentleman Ghost.
No, what's cruel is to cost someone their life in the first place.
Your death wasn't my fault, Craddock. Now turn yourself in and stop all this madness before it
Now
goes
I
too
kind of
far.
wonder whether or not it is
Dear
Batman's
Batman,
fault via
we're
time
just
travel.
getting warmed up. I'll be seeing you.
But that would require me looking up information about the Gentleman Ghost. And then I have to deal with the big question, which is, do I care enough to learn about the Gentleman Ghost? Also, is the DC Cinematic Universe brave enough to include the Gentleman Ghost in its roster? Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. It probably isn't, considering the fact that we've already had various
I needed that.
known villains show up again and again. Like, I would say the odds of a gentleman ghost showing up in a DC movie now, or DC series, would be because it was mentioned in a James Gunn project. Like, the fact that a James Gunn project mentions Batmite, of all people. Like, I feel like that proves some amount of leverage. I don't know. That if the Gentleman Ghost was to show up in any director's stable of villains, it would probably be James Gunn's stable of villains, because I don't think he's serious enough for Zack Snyder.
Just like your villain, buddy.
We need to end this as soon as possible. Gentleman Ghost destruction is wearing down the foundation of these areas. Even if we capture him, we may not be able to get out of here before the whole place comes down.
So let's double time it, kid. The size of this place is incredible. It's like a whole other world down here. I'll have to tell the boys in the Justice Society about this. Dr. Midnight's a real history buff.
It's a shame the entire site may become lost again as a result of Craddock's careless actions. The London Archaeological Society would love a discovery like this.
Yeah,
People
considering
should have
there's
more
like a
respect for
giant
history.
city
Sometimes they treat us
underground
like we're relics.
As long as you keep fighting crime,
with a lake.
society will appreciate you.
Yeah.
As long as you're useful, society will appreciate you. Is that what you're trying to say, Batman? All right. It's too bad that there's only one kind of skeleton. Apparently all the other kinds of skeletons, they were too busy for these fights.
We did it, kid.
Alright, I think I'm going to stop here for now. Got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.
Welcome to the Gadgets Rack, Batman. Please make a select. Would you like to upgrade this gadget? This gadget has now been upgraded. You lack the points required for this up. Would you like to upgrade this gadget? This gadget has now been upgraded.